So we're at St Mary's the Virgin, Gisburn. It's my second church today. What a beautiful day. And this place has a 900 year history. In the porchway, as you enter, is rounded arch decorated moulding. It's 15th century in date. So that's the archway. I'll get a good shot from over here. Just as a bit of information as you come in. So this is the Church of St Mary the Virgin, Gisburn, in the Ribble Valley. It's one of the most ancient churches in the areas, which I knew about. There is a friends group, an active friends group for the church as well. Sue's assured me that this is a prop because some filmmaking students were recording here yesterday. The guidebook points to documentary evidence for a church at Gisburn in the 12th century. There is a reference to land being given to the blessed church of St Mary the Virgin at Gisburn, and another reference to a priest at Gisburn between 1140 and 1146. There may have been a church here before that, but the records do not allow us to say for certain. What we can say is that by the middle of the 12th century, this was already an established religious place in the Ribble Valley. In 1147, a priest at Gisburn is also recorded as being present at the laying of the foundation stone for Sorley Abbey. So this church does not sit in isolation. It belongs to a wider medieval landscape of parishes, abbeys, estates and local power. Beautiful stained glass windows. Usually they've got some sort of engravings on the roof or what's called the nave here, where the congregation would sit. We've actually got a really interesting coat of arms. Looks like that's the what would be called the achievement. One of the things I'm learning to look for in churches is heraldry. These shields, crests and memorials are not just decoration. They are traces of families, status, grief and identity. In a church like St Mary's, the stonework tells one part of the story, but the coats of arms, stained glass and memorials tell another. They show who funded, worshipped, remembered and wanted to be remembered here. I do not want to overinterpret them without checking the details properly. But even at first glance, you can see how much local history is held in these symbols. Then we've got these wonderful things here. Absolutely beautiful decoration. I mean, look at that. Look at that stone wall, the tower wall there. So 1872 there was refurbishment. The nave and chancel is divided into central nave and two aisles. So the nave, which we're in now, is this bit. There's another coat of arms there, different one. We'll have to look into what this one is as well. Nave and chancel 12th century. It has cylindrical pillars that dominate the interior of the church. So go and have a look at that. So yeah, 12th century chancel. Wow. Amazing, isn't it? What a place. So yeah, very old. And she was just saying then, Sue, look at these, look at that tiling as well. That tiling's amazing as well, isn't it? Don't think that's medieval. Don't know. And this is very similar to the one in Warrington, the parish church in Warrington. Very similar style. But they probably would have had architects that went around and, you know, they would go around and they would be practitioners, experts. Wow, look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? 12th century. Absolutely beautiful. You see the coat of arms in the middle. So you've got the, at the top rather, you've got the shield, which is the coat of arms. And then this is called the achievement. And the thing on top is called the helm. And the different plumes represent different things. We're talking about heraldry here. Helm, stag on top, so same family. It's not quite the same, is it? No, it is the same, just this one's not coloured, but you've got these different symbols on. So perhaps we can decipher those later on in post. Very interesting church. This is great place. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the book, so I'm just going to read some of these things here. The North Aisle Arch. This contains several sections which are carved and may have come from Soley Abbey or reused parts of an early phase of St Mary's. The aisle windows, the organ. You got round screen detail. So, very interesting space. The list of former rectors and vicars on the back. This is amazing, isn't it? Going back to 1140. Absolutely fantastic. King Edward nicknamed the last Lord Ribblesdale the Ancestor because of his dignified appearance. The fourth Lord Ribblesdale had two sons who were both killed in action, one in the Boer War and the other in the 1914-18 conflict. It's World War One. I mean, the pages go on and on. There's so much history in this book. So over here we've got apparently St John the Baptist shedding a tear. So you can see that just about. He is shedding a tear or two. And then apparently Sue was just saying this is one of the oldest organs in the country. And I think one of the things that I was talking to Sue about them was the challenge of the modern church and how a church today really interacts with the modern world. For me, churches like St Mary's are the custodians of the ancient world. They hold architecture, memory, grief, worship, local families, and traces of lives that would otherwise disappear. If we lose these places, or simply stop noticing them, we lose more than buildings. We lose a way of understanding where we have come from. That is why it matters when someone opens a door, switches on the lights, shares the stories, and helps us see what is still here. We need to start caring about our churches again.